Hello good people, this is Bill again, here back on my cooking channel, the best one on YouTube, best one in the universe or something like that. I'm going to do something a little different here today, or actually I've been doing some recipes that are a little different. Mostly stuff that my wife's been bugging me to make, so here we go. I'm going to start right off. So I like shrimp scampi, but I want it to taste like something. You know, a lot of places you go, it seems like they just squeeze a little lemon juice over, maybe splash a little wine in, so you feel like you're just eating a bowl of olive oil. Well, so, saw a great quote this morning, an Italian cook saying, I use garlic like bakers use vanilla. I throw all caution to the wind. And I thought that's really great, because I think when you're cooking this kind of food, you really need to get that whole flavor profile going. So I got some water over here. It's just finally started to boil. Wait for that. And I got a pan here. So I thought this was an interesting idea. Melting 3 tablespoons of butter and just a little swirl around of olive oil, so you get kind of that intensity of the olive oil. And what I want to do now, grab my rubber spatula, and let's get, so I got a small onion and a small army of garlic. So I think there's like 6 to 8 cloves of garlic in here. Don't want to leave the garlic. So when you cook, when you chop garlic, if you don't like chopping it, press it. That works, because you really want to keep all the oil. And if you chop it, make sure you're scraping your cutting board and getting the oil of it up and onto, into your bowl and into the frying pan. If you notice, that is why I put the garlic on top of the onion. Okay, grab a spoon here. And I think for a long time, most of the restaurants I went to didn't know how to cook with oil, so everything had butter in it. Nothing wrong with that. In fact, that's one of my favorite recipes for beef stroganoff. Really pour on the butter. All right, so just want to get this started to cook here a little bit. Keep the place clean. All right, I need some flavor in here. So I've got a pinch of crushed red pepper flake. And I need a few turns of fresh ground pepper. Back. That poor pepper mill's been around the world. Okay, maybe not, but it's been around a lot. It's been around a long time. It still does a great job. Oh yeah, it's a Thompson pepper mill. That's mine. Nothing to do with it. Just thought I'd throw it there. Okay. Everything's really fragrant right now. We're almost like kind of rehydrating the crushed red pepper. Alright, so let's move on to the next step. Got myself half cup good white Italian wine. This is a Pinot Grigio. Just want to get it in here. And you need everything kind of room temperature to make this all kind of come together. Make sure my heat's up enough, because I just want to cook this down a little bit. Love that smell. So everything's going to cook down a little bit. Alright. The other thing is, I don't know how they do this on TV shows, cooking, and they take their lemon and they squeeze it right in the pot. Well, I don't know about you, but my lemons have lots of seed in them. So that's why you want to squeeze them. If you don't have a squeezer, the old trick of you can buy those little sacks. It's made out of that cotton material, and you can squeeze it in. That'll hold the seeds back. You know, I was talking about the garlic earlier. If you don't like chopping garlic, press works fine. Just make sure you get the stuff off. And you know, when you're doing that much garlic, you gotta kind of clean all of it too, because the residual skin will stick in there, and then you got big chunks. All right, so I see everything in here. Oh wait, that sounds like a little show when I was a kid. See, I see Bobby. I see. You guys are way too young. All right. I just need this to reduce a little bit, and how I always tell is you get a little of that little kind of rind around the edge. Not quite there yet. It's almost like a minute to go. Remember, this is going to be fast and furious. So I've got my water here for the pasta. We're going to do some fresh pasta stuff. I'm going to talk to you about that while I'm working. But I gotta stare at this because I gotta make sure we don't go too far. But it does look really good, smells really good. Please don't use cooking wine. I don't know the answer to it. Oh, and if you don't like cooking with wine, chicken stock will work just fine. And this is, you know, it's, you know, if you like eating like Alfredo stuff, this is totally like the other direction. This is going to be kind of a really thin sauce versus like a heavy, you know, there's no flour, there's no, I kind of do a hybrid sometimes where I'll thicken it up with just a little flour, but that's not the real way, and that's just, you know, so it sticks to the pasta. That's why I'm going to show you how you can do something really creative with fresh pasta. Fresh pasta. All right, I'm seeing. I'm just about there. Yep, just started. And we just want to cook the garlic and onion until they're soft, and then they're going to kind of change consistency while we're cooking down the wine. But I didn't want to burn the onion and garlic. You know, sometimes you want to cook it really kind of strong in the beginning. Now it's just kind of steaming in there, and that's going to kind of release the oils and give us a nice texture. Now we're going to certainly reduce this. Perfect, beautiful. All right, now what I need, I got a juice from one good sized lemon. Okay, pour this in here. Now for this, I just want to heat it through. Okay, so I need to get the pasta going because we're going to be in a little time crunch right here. I know the pasta takes just a couple of minutes. My surprise is I'm using ravioli. Wait till you see what this looks like in the end if you don't believe me. And what's scampi without shrimp? So I got about 12 ounces of some good sized shrimp. I'll get them in here. You know, people are just like, well, you know, this stuff's expensive. I can't, you know, I can't do this. Hey, I buy everything on sale. Trust me. I don't. I walk into the grocery store sometimes and go up and down the aisles thinking, gosh, what am I going to make? You know, or I see something on sale and I'll buy it. Something I know I'm going to use. Because it's really the only way. It's really the only way. And I have my heart set on making something, doing a video. I've got everything all planned out. Can't find a product, or it's a little too pricey. I know when I did last crab dish video, I was talking about how I've been planning it forever, and finally I broke down and found some slightly on sale. Okay, so these shrimp, nice and cooked. As soon as I know they're good and cooked, I'm going to work on pasta. Pasta's got about a minute left. There's a famous chain of restaurants that makes some halfway decent Italian food. But the one thing I always notice is they use thickeners in everything. And their scampi is not real scampi. Like I said, I do it myself. I make a version that's semi-scampi. These shrimp are really beautiful. These are called Florida Pinks. Come right off the west coast of Florida. Okay. So, last but not least, I have about 30 seconds. Got me a handful of some greens. So I got some Italian parsley. I just want to dance around down here. Get me some Parmesan cheese out of the fridge. And 30 seconds. Yes. Got a little strainer right here. Ravioli can be a little delicate sometimes, so this is how I do it. Oops. So turn the water off. Okay. So basically what I got is I got a bowl here, a strainer here, in a pot, so it can sit there for a second. Don't want it to sit too long because you know what happens with pasta, it'll stick together. So let me give this a once around. Everything's nice and toasty, cooked. Beautiful, it's just beautiful. Flavor, the color, it's all just perfect. Very simple. Notice I didn't kill it with any one thing. show you how this is going to all dish up here. Get me some of these nice ravioli. Not too hot to touch. So you make a little teaser for your friends. I'm gonna get some good stuff on here. Got a little juice in the bottom. I want that ravioli to kind of absorb. Make sure you get enough other good stuff. And of course, what do we know that's missing? Everybody needs to have a bucket of Parmesan Reggiano cheese. Nice and shredded. I'm just going to get on here. There we go. So isn't that pretty? So I just try and make things that are a little outside the box. I like the idea of the ravioli. I just think that it's something different, and you know, you get that little pop of flavor when you open up the ravioli. Because the scampi is good, but I want other flavors in there too. You know, I've seen like prosciutto and cheese ravioli. This was spinach and ricotta. That's one of my other favorites. So you're almost making like a lasagna kind of thing with it, and it's really good, really beautiful. So you saw I put this together less than half an hour, right? Even the prep time. And I'm just telling you that this is the way to really make something fun and different. And you know, you can do all sorts of little teeny things, you know, and bowls and plate to pass. You know, you can do it Chinese family style, you know. But just need to get back to making some basic stuff in the kitchen, stuff that's easy, stuff that's affordable, because I know we're all feeling that little pinch. Gonna say it one more time. Please subscribe, comment, ring the notification bell. Tell me what you're thinking. Try some of this stuff. Tell me it's horrible. Tell me it was great. Tell me you couldn't get it to work out, and I'll try and see maybe what didn't go right for you. But don't stop cooking. Don't stop teaching your kids. You know, I just released a study this morning that I was reading about people are really having health problems, especially men, because they're eating this super pre-prepared food. And it's you know, one of the examples they gave, because okay, so I'm guilty, and I'll have to think about toning it down a little bit. Things like potato chips, things you don't even think about, that are just so processed and so bad for you. So let's do some simple stuff, have fun, enjoy, and be healthy. See you next time.